Papper people, Grandpa Lanky here, old man Lanky, doing a video here on the F40, the new mask out by ResMed. This is a full face mask, looks very similar to the F30 mask. If you're familiar with that, I will be showing that to you in just a bit here. Gotta say, a little embarrassed. I was doing a PAP analysis with someone on my website, AXG Sleep Diagnostics, and they said, hey, look, I'm gonna go get me one of them F40s. And I'm like, doesn't exist. And they're like, oh, you didn't know? And I'm like, no. So always excited to have a new mask to try out. Anyway, the F40 will be here soon. I'm not exactly sure when, and I'm not exactly sure when I'll get my hands on it, but there's a lot of little Easter eggs that we can find on the ResMed website. Now, friends, I kind of like mocking marketing. Some of these marketing materials are really funny to me. But let's go ahead and do a review on the F40 mask, the mask that I have never tried. So here's the main website, and they have this theme of maximal minimalized. And in the frequently asked questions segment, they have this thing of, how often should I replace my mask parts? And if you go into the answer, you know it's gonna be as much as possible. You shouldn't be asking a manufacturer of any product how much you should be purchasing that product, because the answer is gonna be as much as humanly possible. This is unethical in my opinion, but who am I to judge? Oh, Jocelyn, how often should someone have a PAP therapy analysis with you on axgsleepdiagnostics.com? As much as humanly possible. Here's the first page. This is just a pamphlet that they have. They do have a picture of the F40 down here. We'll get into this in just a bit. But here we already know this mask is designed for pickleball players, black women, and couples who sleep in this position. No, of course I'm kidding. There's the minimal maximized thing again. There's really not a lot here until we get into the actual video of it, but they do allude to some things that I'm gonna be particularly interested in, especially getting my hands on it. So let's take a look-see here at the video, and I'm gonna be actually skipping through a lot of it because it's kind of crazy.
Now, let's see how easy it is to walk your patients through fitting. First, unclip the lower straps.
Okay, I'm already uninterested in this. It's got the fancy music. I've already watched it once. There's really no value to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna skip forward at a specific spot, and that is right about here. So if we take a look, one, we have magnetic clips. This is a very similar design to the current F30 mask. The one thing you'll notice is they have the, I can't remember what they call it, quiet air or something. It's this plastic rim around the exhalation ports or the exhaust ports. Now, here is my brand new F30 that I cracked open just for this video. It does not have that rim around here, but if you were to pop that off of your F30 or F30i, you're gonna see this here. I don't think it's personally all that loud. In fact, they have a foam piece in there, or maybe foam's not the right term, but something to further diffuse the air from shooting out. I think it works just fine without it, but some people swear by the other version. It does look like there is not this ball and socket joint. If I'm comparing the two, they have a video where they show that it releases.
A quick release elbow.
Right there. So quick release elbow, you can see that right here, there's no ball and socket joint. It does not release like this one where the entire thing pops out. If you're familiar with some of the older version masks that they had, they would detach just like that. And I'm talking things about like the Mirage, which, yeah, the Mirage? Oh, you don't remember that? What, are you crazy? The Mirage mask did the same thing. They didn't have a ball and socket. They did still spin. So it looks like they're kind of going back to the non-ball and socket, more of just a pure rotation.
New soft Adaptoseal silicone cushion that rests securely under the nose.
Now that's what I'm super interested in. So soft Adaptoseal cushion. So you can see here, the way this frame is, we have this hard plastic. Now if you go back a little bit, one, the entire cushion on theirs it makes it appear to be spongy. There's hard plastic here. So they're doing away with that. They're making this almost like the cushion is similar to their old Nano cushion, which is a phenomenal mask. Which if you can find a Swift FX Nano anymore, grab it, because those are great masks. There's really no hard plastic in it at all. Now here's the other thing that's pretty cool. They're gonna have different sizes. You have small, wide, you have medium, and you have a large size. Currently the F30s only come in 2 sizes, so that's nice. There's also gonna be 3 different headgear sizes. Now this is the shot I really like because it shows a profile view of this on someone actually. You can see there's no hard ribbing at all throughout this area. It looks like it's gonna be allowed to flex as much as possible, whereas this, you're hampered by this hard plastic frame on the actual frame itself, as well as on the actual mask cushion. Let's let this play out just a little bit.
Pull the headgear over your head and reattach the lower straps to the frame with...
Okay, let's not watch that much. What I do know is if you look at that headgear is super similar to the headgear of the current F30. One exception is if you look at the top strap here, this strap right here, they have it almost like, if you're familiar with the N30i, it's more of a rigid strap here and it's covered in like a neoprene, a real soft material. So instead of these straps, it looks like it's gonna be a lot softer. The overall shape of the headgear though appears to be the exact same. Then they have some weird promotional shots.
The ResMed F40. Minimized. Maximized. Humanized.
Prioritized. Fertilized. Accessorized. Really, for everyone? What if I can't afford it? It ain't for you, kid. It ain't for you. As a professional here, sitting in a chair, talking to a camera, it looks like some of the things that were room for improvement on the F30, they appear to be addressed on the F40. Primarily, the hard-sided cushion. Now with that, it looks like side sleeping is going to be a much, much better proposition than it is currently. F40 side sleeping appears to be great, looks to be more comfortable. I love the design, can't wait to try it. Skullsmith Johnson, does CPAPsupplies.com have the F40 mask? Well, let's go ahead and take a look there. Now, one of the things I like best about the CPAP supplies, they have a very nice user-friendly search bar. Now F40 not coming through. They don't have it yet. I knew they didn't. This was all a setup. But what I want to direct your attention to is that currently there is a discount code that you can use called Lucky Lanky. That's for the month of March. You get 20% off your order. You get 100 loyalty reward points. You can use that for another $5 off on top of the 20% off. You can use these for any mask and accessory. And like right now, because I have them back in stock, I am suggesting you get yourself a hurricane dryer. These are phenomenal for drying your equipment after you wash it. Oh, Johnson, how much should people wash the CPAP equipment? As much as possible. Now you can use my Mask Bright to do that. You can use Dawn dish soap. You can use really whatever you want. The important part is drying it in a hurricane dryer. Makes that super easy. Go ahead and use discount code Lucky Lanky for the month of March. Save 20% off of that. All right, guys, you excited to try the F40? Yeah, mouth breather? Yes? No? If you don't need to use a full face mask, I wouldn't use one. But with that said, hope you enjoyed the video. Bye. Clean your stinky mask with some Mask Bright, available at Amazon. Thank you to all watching, but an extra thick thanks, buddy, to Doug Toombs, Jason Georgiades, Patricia Espelong, Sarvesh Joshi, Stuart Hetherington, Mona Swearingen, Chungtu Chen, Edward Steiner, Deborah Permute, and Shannon Kerr, and another slightly less thick thanks, buddy, to all the other YouTube members, Patreon supporters, and other stuff.